Committeeman Oliver.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Roberts.
Here.
Mayor Raffet.
Here. All right, can everyone join me for our Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence?
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, announcement of compliance with the Senator Byron Bear Open Public Meetings Act.
Was published in the Courier Post in retrospect of January 14th, 2022.
Consideration of off and on possible actions on any request for electronic participation in meeting. None.
This meeting is being streamed live on YouTube.
And approval of the minutes.
Regular meeting of September 15th, 2022.
Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right. Announcement of mayor's appointment, Chuck Dewitt, to the Shade Tree Commission as alternate number 1. Congratulations on your new position. Resolutions, public may comment. The following resolutions will be considered by consent agenda.
We have a long consent agenda down there. 2022-380 renewal of contract concrete repair program to the Diamond Construction, which is the contract extension. 2022-381 renewal of contract storm drain repair program to R. Maslowski, that is also a contract extension. 2022-382 Pennsauken Township resolution authorizing municipal support for end growers LLC to receive a Class 5 retail cannabis license from the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission to operate within Pennsauken Township. 2022-383, a resolution accepting a grant from the Hazardous Discharge Site Remediation Fund Public Entity Program through the New Jersey Economic Development Authority and the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection at 4467 Marlton Pike, Block 5912, Lot 4. 2022-384, resolution authorizing a contract with Denise Hangen Rustlin Incorporated via DHB for professional services for the environmental investigation under the Hazardous Discharge Site Remediation Fund Grant HDSRF on property located at former B Auto Repair Mobile Station at 4467 Marlton Pike, Block 5912, Lot 4, Pennsauken Township, Camden County, New Jersey. 2022-385, a resolution accepting a grant from the Hazardous Discharge Site Remediation Fund Public Entity Program through the New Jersey Economic Development Authority and the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection for 6714 Wayne Avenue. 2022-386, resolution authorizing a contract with the Denise Hangen Rustlin Incorporated, BHB, for professional services for the environmental investigation under her hazardous discharge site remediation fund grant on property located at former Puretex Company Incorporated, 6714 Wayne Avenue, Pennsauken, Camden County. 2022-387, insertion of special items of revenue in the budget, Chapter 159, Public Law 1948, fiscal year 2022, hazardous discharge site remediation fund, HDSRF, for $67,481. 2022-388, resolution authorizing the award of a contract for wireless services and devices through the state of New Jersey Cooperative Purchasing Program I-NJCP for Cellco Partnership DB, doing business as Verizon for wireless. 2022-389, resolution for unpaid municipal charges, for example, but not limited to grass cutting, cleanup and board up, establish the final billing, impose municipal assessments, enforce through tax sale, and impose municipal liens. 2022-390, resolution for unpaid municipal charges for grass cutting, and establish the final billing, impose municipal assessments, enforce through tax sale, and or impose municipal lien.
2022-391, resolution authorizing the refund of site inspection escrow in the amount of $3,205.75 to Hamera LLC located at 3450 St. Martin's Road, Block 3814, Lot 11. 2022-392 resolution authorizing the refund of site inspection escrow in the amount of $187.50 to Hesperus LLC located at 3477 Haddonfield Road, Block 3814, Lot 8. 2022-393 resolution appointing crossing guard Cleola Andrews, Ashley Cummings, Melissa Francis, Lisa Egbert, Charles Holland. 2022-394 resolution approving a refund of $100 for summer camp refund, Catherine Parrish from Merchantville. 2022-395 resolution authorizing a refund for overpayment on a tax veteran exempt property, 2638 Finlaw Avenue. 2022-396 resolution authorizing a refund for an overpayment of tax veteran exempt property at 1507 Springfield Avenue. 2022-397 resolution authorizing a refund for overpayment on a tax veteran exempt property at 3335 Howard Street. 2022-398 resolution authorizing cancellation of property taxes for who is entitled to an exemption due to the Veteran Administration determination of 100% permanently and totally disabled at 3304 Howard Avenue. 2022-399 resolution authorizing a cancellation of property taxes for who is entitled to an exemption due to the Veteran Administration determination of 100% permanently and totally disabled at 3715 King Avenue. 2022-400 resolution approving the refund of $175 for housing resale payment for the sale of 1746 Hollinshed Avenue, Pennsauken, New Jersey, 08110. 2022-401 resolution of the Township of Pennsauken authorizing the issuance of a 50/50 raffle license, Homeward Bound Pet Adoption Center. 2022-402 resolution of the Township of Pennsauken authorizing the issuance of a basket raffle license, Homeward Bound Pet Adoption Center. 2022-403 resolution of the Township of Pennsauken authorizing the issuance of a 50/50 raffle license for Mary Queen of All Saints. 2022-404 resolution of the Township of Pennsauken, Camden County authorizing an award of contract with Remington and Vernick engineers in the amount of $137,847.66 for construction engineering services for the Pennsauken Merchantville multi-use trail, Cove Road to Bridge over New Jersey project federal project number TAP DOS 374. 2022-405 resolution of the Township of Pennsauken authorizing the issuance of basket raffle license for Mary Queen of All Saints.
Woo, you can breathe now, Anna. Thank you, Pam and Anna. Do we have any public comment? All right, seeing none, can I have a motion to adopt?
So move.
Second. Roll call, please.
Committeeman DeBatista,
Yes.
Committeeman Martinez,
Yes.
Committeeman Oliver,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Roberts,
Yes.
Mayor Raffin.
Yes. All right, and public comment section right now. Can I have a motion to open the floor?
Make a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right. Public comment. Anybody wants to? All right. Okay. This is public comment time, so whatever you wanna ask, share.
Come to
Just state your name and
Just
address.
say your name
for
and
the
address
record.
and then,
Yeah, that would be great.
yes.
Hello, I'm Chris Torrey with Pennsauken Animal Hospital at 6717 North Crescent Boulevard. Here today just to, I guess, touch base about the status of our project and provide a little bit of insight and then, hopefully work out kind of a continued plan going forward. So ultimately, we've begun early stages of construction and had an opportunity to partner with a lab company and are now basically asking to build a third floor on top of a building that was supposed to be, or originally approved to be, a two-story building. We've been working, the township has been great with working with us in the past. And basically we are utilizing the adjacent lot, which I know there's some complications, but we've been utilizing the adjacent lot for parking. And additionally have worked out a plan, submitted, permit, had it inspected, approved, et cetera, to put a temporary trailer there, which would enable the contractors to move quicker and safer in terms of how they're approaching the construction, just because it would be quite invasive to all of the day-to-day operations of what we're doing. And so that is in the works. We're utilizing that building exclusively. We're basically using our current building for storage while construction's ramping up. And my request tonight is to have the township consider authorizing us applying for basically to submit a site plan addendum before the planning board to enable us to construct a third story. And in order to do that, we ultimately need the township to be on board with us utilizing another chunk of that lot so that we would have sufficient parking. The good news is we've been working with Public Works, and ultimately the footprint of where we would propose putting parking is not going to, basically once we remove the trailer, we would just be replacing that with parking. And so it would be a net of, the space would be the same. There have been a lot of conversations about this lot, and I know, ultimately there's environmental concerns, and our ultimate goal down the road, once we can sort of navigate all of that, would be to purchase the property, if that's feasible, from the township, and kind of move forward in that capacity, and then permanently pave it, satisfy all the environmental issues and that sort of thing. So I'm happy to answer any questions about the scope of our project.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this today in closed session, so we
Okay.
thank you for
Yeah,
coming today and presenting this to the township committee.
sure.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Okay.
So we'll
yeah.
definitely be talking about this in closed, and, at the end of the day, as I told you before, we do appreciate your business in town, and
Thank you.
we want you to grow, and we wanna be part of that help if you need it. But
Thank
we
you
know
very much.
that we have to
Yeah,
kind of
Some
talk
things to
about it,
navigate,
because there's a
sure.
couple things that, we have to, some Ts we gotta cross,
Perfect.
some
Okay.
Is we have to done, so
All right.
before we talk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate everything.
Good evening. I'm not sure this is the appropriate time or not. It's my first time attending
Well,
a meeting. I am a quasi new resident.
State your name and address
Yes.
first, please.
Why, certainly.
Copy that.
First name is Alonzo, last name is Kelly. Address is 6105 Pleasant Avenue. And again, I'm not familiar with the proper protocols, so hope this is an appropriate time. I just wanted to stop and express my opinion in regards to one of the resolutions. Was brought to my attention by one of my neighbors that it was a consideration for the cannabis license. And again, I don't know if you voted on it already or not, but again, for the record, I wanted to express my concerns in regards to having an establishment such as that. And summarily just ask a question, was the question presented as to why this type of business would be appropriate for this community? I asked that question, and that's a concern of mine, because when I relocated from California, I was a very active member of my community there at meetings such as this. But again, the experience of knowing that many things factor into a community's success and the way in which it's perceived. Since relocating here, when you have conversations with others outside of Pennsauken and you express that you live in Pennsauken, I've gotten the feeling that it has a negative connotation or stench to it. And I've been trying to figure out why. I read the paper every time it drops into the mailbox. I provided suggestions when you guys were asking about what you could do better with your website. I provided the insight there. But I love Pennsauken since I've been here. I think it has a lot to offer. Yes, every community can do improvements, but I want to be a part of the solution. But again, in regards to the cannabis piece, obviously having that kind of establishment in a community such as this that may be trying to change its image, in my opinion, that might have been, it had already been decided, I get it, but that might be something that need to be reconsidered. Because again, somebody that's coming from the outside that didn't know anything about Pennsauken, and have that negative connotation presented about the zip code that you reside in, maybe again, decisions may be considered when you're talking about bringing businesses into a community, and hopefully it's business that's going to support what the plans are for this community. I know it's been here for a while, obviously, but if there's anything in terms of vision going forward, how the perception of the community should change, in my opinion, businesses such as that should strongly be considered. So that was my one thing in regards to that. And my two other things was my property, and I'm fortunately blessed to have it, is a 26,000 square foot lot, which maybe 20,000 square feet of that lot is wooded area with trees. And I was disappointed when I wanted to present the opportunity to put I didn't know it was called a C box, but I wanted to put a steel container back there, because obviously it didn't make any sense to me that putting a wooden shed back there with 5 trees that have already fallen, that throwing good money after bad. I wanted to try to protect. But the communication in that process to figure that out with the people downstairs, I was disappointed. The way I was received and the way the information was conveyed and the proper channels to address with getting what I understand now is a variance. And when I came in May, I was told I couldn't talk to anybody until August. Thought it was strange, but again, when you're trying to get something done, and you're told that in May, I got to speak to somebody in August to make that request, I was disappointed in hearing that. Because again, moving here, I'm paying for storage right now, currently, still in Los Angeles and around the corner. So I'm paying $300 a month for storage, but I got a 26,000 square foot lot, and I can't even get a 10 by 15 steel shed put back there because of whatever the process is here for the township. So that was my next one. And my last one is just on the street in which I reside, I'm willing to pay, make clear, for those digital signs that is solar controlled that tells you the speed, because the traffic on Pleasant is like a speedway. One of the first things I noticed when I relocated here on Pleasant, the traffic coming from Cove towards Browning Road, from trucks to cars to motorcycles, it's a speedway. And I always said when I first moved in, there's going to be an accident. Sure enough, it was head-on collision. The record should state this summer, 2 cars collided. One person coming fast one way, the other person coming, and there was a collision with a child in the car. So I don't know who I need to speak with. If I can, again, I want to be active in my community. And the person said if there's a cost involved, I'm willing to pay to put the sign. If nobody wants the one in front of their house, you put it in front of mine. I have 2 9-year-olds, they're twins. We don't let them go out front. Thank God they got a big yard in the back because of the issue with the traffic moving so fast. But again, I don't know if this was the proper form to express all of that. It's my first time. My neighbor told me about it, and I appreciate you listening. But again, if you need my number or if I need to talk to somebody else, let me know. And I look forward to participating in other meetings in the future. Thank you kindly for your time, as well as for the audience. That was too long.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. As far as the cannabis, I understand your concerns, but it's something that it's everywhere, and it's in New Jersey, and it was accepted and approved. And I know that there's some people that are with it and some people that are against it, but we are making sure that wherever we accept these locations to be does not affect or impact the community itself. So it won't be near any schools or any residential areas as well. So it'll be kind of in a way that it's not gonna look bad and it's not gonna affect our residents. So that's one. And we are very limited as far as what we're accepting in the town. But I do understand your concerns, and I thank you for that. And welcome, you're welcome to come by anytime you have a concern. We like that, we welcome it. As far as the going downstairs, did they tell you that you have to present or you had to present in the zoning board? Was that what it is? Yeah, because sometimes if that's the case, then yeah, it would have to be when the meetings are held. And sometimes if they're backed up, then, you know, that's why they gave you that, yeah. But you could always reach out if that's too much time. You could always reach out to my secretary or anybody in the building. We will be able to help kind of ease the process or actually help you to see what you can do while you wait for that zoning board meeting. It is a variance and you can get it. Everybody is that, you know, you can, but you do need to go and see the zoning board for it. As far as the sign that you would like to put, we have been putting some signs in Pennsauken that we are seeing that need it. So if you think that that's a road that needs it, here we have our
Captain Henkel.
Captain
Yes.
Henkel, sorry. My mind went blank. Our Captain Henkel is right here, so he could definitely, hear your concern, and we could go and we could actually do a study, make sure, yeah. And then if we see that the need is important in there, then we'll go ahead and incorporate that sign. Okay, so that would be something that we can do. I don't know if anybody else.
I do have one question. In reference to your experience going downstairs, was it a combination of you didn't like that it was so far out, or you were not treated respectfully and professionally? Because they're two different things, and the latter, that shouldn't have happened. You should have been treated professionally and respectfully. If that wasn't the case, we could talk about that offline. Because that is not the experience that as the administrator or this committee want to portray to any of our residents whatsoever. So if that's the case, we could touch base. And also, I was waiting at Shakir Ali, who oversees the building department, who was here a few minutes ago, will be popping back in. We could talk through that as well as the planning and zoning department. So we could talk about that whole experience. I'll connect the two of you with that as well. Okay, and then at some point after the meeting, see Captain Henkel to talk about the speeding on your street, and he can resolve that. And welcome to the township.
Yes.
We want it to be a good experience
Yeah,
for you.
absolutely. Anybody else? Good? Everybody else? Okay? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good evening to everyone.
Good
As you can
evening.
see, my body is not acting right today. But I wanted to thank Mr. Killen because you sent the people out very next day to take care of the smell with the pipes.
I
But
gotta give credit to Mr. Di Battista. Yeah, that was him. I gotta give him credit. That
Thank you very much. But it has reappeared 7 times since then. And it is very bad, very bad. My name is Carol Gonzalez, and I live at 6135 Pleasant Avenue. And Mr. Kelly is right, it is a speedway. And we have children on that block. So if you could do something about that, it would be appreciated. And
Absolutely.
definitely if you can do something about those pipes, because that smell, you have to come around and smell it yourself. You wouldn't believe it. It's terrible.
Did the smell go away and then just came back?
Well, it comes and goes, but
Okay.
we never know when it's gonna come. Sometimes it stays longer, like through the day. And you just can't be out there when it's smelling like that. So if you could do anything about that, I would really appreciate it. And Mr. Kelly has one of those potholes right in front of his house too.
Neighbors helping neighbors.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, well,
guess we have no more public comment. Can I have a motion to close, the floor for public comment?
Make a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right, committee comments, I'll start off with, Mr. Kelly. Thank you so much for, stopping by. We appreciate it. We like people to come in and tell us if we're doing something good and if there's some things that we can fix. As I always say, you guys are our eyes and ears when we're not there, right? And we're here to help. So if you were not treated right, or if there's something, a concern, there you go. And there's Shaq right there giving information. We are happy to help. So this is Shaq. This is the gentleman we were talking to you about. So any problems or anything or any concerns you have, please feel free to always stop by. We're here to help. All right, well, we had a couple events and there's a couple events that are coming, and I don't want to steal the thunder from the rest of the committee, but we had a couple events such as the Hispanic Heritage event at the library. It was a great event. There was kids dancing. I was happy to see kids actually being active and enjoying and playing out there and staying away from, the phones and all those fun stuff that now the kids like to do. I like to see them run and dance and be active. So that was a great event for the deputy mayor and I to be part of. And I think also, Vince, you showed up there as well too, right? Yeah, so it was an amazing event. We had our Facebook Live not too long ago, the deputy mayor and it was our second Facebook Live, and it went great. We had a lot of questions beforehand. There was some people that connected. We didn't get a lot of questions as we were on Facebook Live, but we tried to answer as many questions as we could and leave that information out there for people to go in and check it out and make sure that if they couldn't make it for that Facebook Live, or they were working, or they had other things to attend, they could always go back to YouTube and actually watch it. We did answer a couple questions that were very important, such as pickup of the leaves that we are, probably now going to start experiencing, and some stuff with the white goods and other questions that the residents had. Today was also a really nice, not only did we have a nice day after all that rain, but it was a groundbreaking event that we were invited to, and the deputy mayor, along with the administrator, we were part of a groundbreaking that happened in the Pennsauken campus, which is the Camden County Technical School campuses, one that's here in Pennsauken. This is a $24 million expansion that's happening, and this is for the Pennsauken campus. The renovation will add a total of 20,991 square feet to the building that will house culinary career labs on 2 floors, along with 2 theory instructional classrooms and an instructional support service simulation kitchen for front of the house instructional practices. The addition will also allow for the installation of an elevator, connecting it to the ground floor to the mezzanine level. So that building already has 3 floors. It did not have an elevator, so they were really excited that they can include this into the project. And this expansion at the Pennsauken campus will open new seats for about 80 culinary arts students, and over 4 years will allow additional enrollment of 20 students in other career and technical programs. So again, by the end of the 4th year, and following the project's completion, the school will be able to accommodate 100 more students, increasing the enrollment by 14%. So this is an amazing opportunity for those that, that don't want to be doctors or engineers or lawyers, and they want to go out into the culinary world and they want to open up their own business in the future. So this is actually a way for the county to give to the community, give back and help those, students achieve their goals. So it was a great, great event. And I thank them for the opportunity to speak today there. And with that, I am going to go with the Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't really have much to add to what you just said, but I do want to thank Mr. Kelly and Ms. Gonzalez for coming out and sharing with us your concerns. It's something that we really welcome here. We really want you to feel welcome to come and do so. So we thank you and any other resident that is here. We thank you for participating in this. So I really don't have much else to offer. I know we have events coming up that my fellow committee members are going to talk about, and I'm going to turn it over then to Committeeman DeBattista.
Thank you, guys. I just want to go over all the events that are coming up one by one.
Whatever you miss, I got.
Mr. Kelly, thank you. Appreciate anybody coming in here. We're saying this is the place to come, okay? Just so you know and everybody understands. If you ever have an issue, you can certainly call this building. I would say your first step would always be to get direct, would say to ask for the administrator. And he could point you into the direction, into the department that you're having an issue. You can always reach out to any one of us on committee. Our emails are all on our website for a reason. We check them every day. And we follow up with everybody immediately. We don't want anybody to ever feel that this isn't the place to be. If you really want to get after it, you show up in this room, you get on the podium, and you're heard. That's the beauty of what we have. So we appreciate it. Mrs. Gonzalez, I believe I gave you our number at the sewage authority the last time you were here. If you don't have it, you lost it. When we're done here, I'll give it to you again. Anytime you have an issue with any kind of a smell or a sewer issue, you're more than welcome to come here and tell us about it. We're here to hear it. The sewage authority, if you give us a call there, we're 24 hours. We'll send somebody out immediately to follow up on what's going on and try to stop the problem before it happens. So just so you know, give us a call in the shop. We're open at 7 in the morning. If it's an emergency, we're 24 hours. Please, we will help you out. We'll get to the bottom of it. I promise you that.
It may be a lot.
It may be a lot, yeah.
Maybe about the calls.
Yeah, sometimes I know, it is difficult just to speak to it for a second. If you're smelling a smell outside, it's not, if it's not coming from one of our pump stations, it could be coming from something that's not related to us. We can track it and we can say, hey, unfortunately, this isn't us, it is us. We want it to be us so we can remedy it. But we can give you a better guidance, and just give us a call, and I promise you, we'll get back to you just like we did before. That's what we're all about. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. And listen, just events. I'm not going to get into any events. We've had some good ones. We have some really cool ones coming up. I want to give a big shout out to our Pennsauken Country Club. If you don't know, the town owns the golf course in town. It's the Pennsauken Country Club. It has had more rounds of golf on the East Coast, almost nationally, than any other club out there. Conditions are pristine, and the staff is doing an unbelievable job. We had our member guest tournament over the weekend. It's the biggest event of the year, a way to showcase what we do. And during Hurricane Ian McDonald? No, Ian. And during that storm, we had our event. And our staff did an unbelievable job to get that off of the ground. And they do a great job. So people, if you don't play golf, we do have this great course. And the revenue from this course funnels back into the general budget for the township to help offset things such as healthcare, pension contributions, things in general. It's a great asset for us to have. It's not just there just to play golf. It feeds us inside of our town, helps us subsidize our taxes. So big hats off to those guys. And to our police, fire, and EMS, I know they've been as busy as they've ever been this year. Our men and women doing this job, we tip our hats to these departments. You guys have been taxed to the fullest, and we're privy to see some of the stuff that the police have done as of recent with some big crimes that they're solving. And I'm saying crimes that make you scary to think it's actually happening. It's not just happening in Pennsauken, it's happening everywhere. We talk to the other chiefs, we talk to the other towns. our hats off to you guys for doing what you do and keeping us safe, so we appreciate it. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, well said. Vince Martinez.
Thank you. First and foremost, thank you for residents for showing up tonight and voicing your concerns, just like the other committeemen, Marco and Deputy Mayor and Mayor said. This is the place to come to. This is why we do this to serve the residents here and to fix any concerns that you may have. So again, appreciate you guys showing up tonight. I want to tag along to what Jess was saying about the Libraries Latin Festival. I was able to attend, and it was a great representation of the Latino residents in this community. A lot of music, a lot of kids running around, and a lot of food. You know, it was great to see. Spanish, Latin members of this community actually celebrating this month. Also, we have a few events I'm going to go through that probably not on Pat's list here. So almost forgot. I also was able to attend the Lions Club's breakfast. So I want to tell them publicly it was great. My son had a great time. I gave him they have raffle baskets, and I gave him $20. There was a Phillies basket there. I thought he would spread it out, but he put the whole 20 into the Phillies basket. And I said that's usually not how it works, but he didn't win. He was a little upset. But great event. Tomorrow Merchantville Pennsauken Little League is having a softball memorial for Ken Larson, which was a community coach for the Little League. He passed away during COVID, so the Little League is celebrating his life. And during that event, if you want to see a great fastball, Deputy Mayor will be throwing the first pitch. So you can go out there and take a look at her fastball. Also, it's a great event. The fire department's out there. They put up their big flag. The flag will be out there, right, John?
Yes.
So that as well. And PYA, if you like football, they have their homecoming on Saturday. Starts from 10 a.m. to 4:30. Again, support our young athletes. They always throw a great event, and that's all I have for tonight. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. And Patrick Oliver.
Thank you, Mayor. I also want to piggyback with the committee. We encourage the residents to come out and voice your concerns. I know Mr. Kelly mentioned if this is the right forum or not, but you can talk about the weather and we'll listen about it. So come here for everything. I totally get it. So we had a few events. We had our car and bike show. That was a huge success. I know we're competing against 3 other shows, but we did good. And I want to thank all the participants and volunteers for that. And unfortunately, our October 1st fall cleanup was canceled due to Hurricane Ian. This would have been a wonderful event, but luckily our area wasn't hit hard. And let's keep Florida and the Carolinas in our prayers. And October 15th is the Fall Festival from 12 to 4. And the rain date for that one is October 16th. And that's at the sports complex. And we'll have rides, vendors, and it's also going to be hero themed. And we have a bike parade. What time is it?
It's gonna be right at 12.
12 o'clock is the bike parade.
Right before to kick it off.
Okay,
Kick it
so
off right to 12.
Bicycle
parade, I'm sorry, yeah. So I used to live in Iron Rock, and we used to have a really cool bicycle parade for 4th of July. So the kids used to decorate their bikes and all, and the parents would walk with them. So we're trying to do that. So for details for that, head over to PensaukenEvents.com. And last but not least, guess what October is?
I'm curious, Pat, what is October?
October is the Italian American Heritage Month. And I want to wish all my Italian American brothers and sisters. There you go. I did.
Fun fact.
So there's a fun fact.
All day for that, man.
So-
We waited all day for that.
Oh, man, you woke up
Where did
this
you see
morning.
what I announced tonight?
No. This is last week. So Cooper River was going to have an Italian American Heritage car show on the 1st, but unfortunately got rained out due to Ian. It was going to be they were going to have cars and all that good jazz. But so last Friday, I went to the Sons of Italy the Marilanza Lodge, which is the lodge that I belong to. We had a nice spaghetti dinner. And the big topic was the unveiling of the Louis F. Capelli Senior Butchie Court and Piazza. The Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America worked hand in hand with the county to design this project, and it's magnificent. They added in pavers, pergolas, benches, beautiful tree plantings, new landscaping, and some enhancements to the Butchie Ball Court. But the coolest thing is the bronze cast lion statue. The lion is the order symbol and representing their principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity, and also their missions that include service and advocacy for all. So if you guys get a chance, head on by there. It's a pretty cool monument. That's all I have for tonight, so have a great night, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you, Patrick.
Mayor, can I add
And yes,
something?
I was just gonna say, Administrator.
Upcoming events, our next meeting is October 20th, same time, 6 o'clock, but we're also competing with something else down the street at the police department, because that is their trunk or treat event from 6 to 8. So I know it's gonna be a tough decision going here, or go get free candy down by the police department.
Snickers, are they gonna have Snickers?
And Reese Cups,
Administrator?
two of my
Is it the
favorites.
first one, Captain?
So,
I might be there.
Yeah.
they
You
had
had
it
it
before,
before,
but they're
okay.
bringing it back. They're competing with our meeting.
Yes.
But next Thursday, or the next meeting is the same date as that. So the 20th, township meeting, 6 o'clock, trunk or treat, 6 to 8 p.m. Just so
There you go.
everyone is aware.
Unless we finish the meeting really quickly and then we could go get some candy, that might be a possibility, Captain. All right, well,
I just have one more thing.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, just took a look at my phone. This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So just to bring awareness to breast cancer. Thank you.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the females, go get yourself checked. It's very important.
Men too.
And then, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. And I think we're good. So, I guess we have resolution, this one. All right, resolution, public may comment. The following resolution will be considered individually.
2022-406, resolution authorizing a closed session of the Township Committee of the Township of Pennsauken to discuss matters of attorney-client privilege, contracts, and potential litigation. Are we coming back out?
I would anticipate that the committee will come back out and take action. Yes.
All right, so we
We
do have a
may
closed.
come out to take action.
All right, so we do have a closed session after this meeting. So can I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman DeBattista,
Yes.
Committeeman Martinez,
Yes.
Committeeman Oliver,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Roberts.
Yes.
Mayor Rapids.
Yes. All right, so I guess can I have,
That's it.
that's it?
Committee, we're gonna go down to the caucus room.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.